options.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is going to be a Yuri's French game on Doom Patrol.
Building. New construction
So,
options. Unit ready.
since this is a smaller map, it's a little bit different that, you know, you can't do certain stuff. Like, allies is a little bit harder for allies.
Training. New rally point established. Unit ready.
But allies can win, and I noticed something.
Construction.
I actually,
Cannot deploy.
you know what? I haven't
New
done,
construction
you know, this one Soviet rush where you go basically, you tank rush and you go Desolators and still MCV. I actually did that on this map and I actually lost a game, and I realized if I go one miner from War Factory on this map and then I sell MCV and then rush Desolators, you could actually win the game because you're going to give the allies time to build up planes, build up Rocketeers, build everything up.
Building. New
And
rally
going
point.
one miner from War Factory
New
with Soviet
construction options.
sometimes is good on this map, but sometimes it's better just to go straight tanks because you could basically try to knock his socks off right away.
Unit ready.
You know what I mean? You could just try to like harass the living crap out of his miners, and he's going one miner versus a tank rush. That's the trouble. And by the way,
Construction
if this was Red Alert 2,
Cannot
it would be
deploy.
almost impossible to do that
Unit.
because, like, say like a tournament map A,
Unit.
a map like tournament map A, or some certain maps like that. In Red Alert 2, you can't go one miner from War Factory. I realized it in Quick Match. You cannot do it. You're gonna die right away. Allies or Soviet, neither one could do it. Really. But in Yuri's Revenge, you can sneak out one miner from War Factory, not as big of a deal. And the way he's trying to defend with GIs, he's got the right idea. I don't know if that's the best strategy in the world. I mean, walking them around.
Unit ready. Building.
Because I remember in Yuri's Revenge, this was actually a pro player who used to do this. What he's trying to do now, he's trying to copy a pro player. Going one miner from War Factory,
Unit.
having one additional miner, and then basically using the miners, the extra money for defense, and then eventually you're gonna have it when you get a few more minutes into the game. You're gonna have more money because you're gonna have one more war miner than they do.
Construction complete. Unit lost.
One more miner because there's a corner miner. So, boom, boom.
Building.
And I try to keep my fourth refinery.
On hold.
Oh, I think I might have caught one right there. Oh, he got it back. And that's a good way to lose the game right there. Losing a miner like that. Something you don't want to do. And you got to be careful because so I don't run into a pillbox and get my brains blown out.
Unit ready.
Actually, I'm pressuring the living crap out of his miners. He's not comfortable at all.
Building.
And this actually can win the game. When you do make him recall, you actually slow him down from mining. Because you disrupting their mining. Not all the time, but I mean, usually it disrupts their mining when you're making them recall too soon. Especially if they didn't get ore yet. No, I'm all over the center patch.
Waiting orders.
And by the way, guys, I always want to...
Unit lost.
Okay, I got his bear so there's no pillboxes coming out or dogs. And I think I got him out tanked right here.
Construction complete.
He is screwed. Or you could say skewed.
Waiting order.
Yeah, so so some people say the one guy, some people like trash talk a little bit. They say if I upload any losses, they say oh, you suck. But if I upload any like all wins, they say you're amazing. It's like nobody wins every single game in this, no matter how good you are. You're not gonna win every single game. Unless you're Gary Kasparov, you're not gonna win every single game.
Construction complete. Building. New
Yeah, see how I did the
construction
hotkeys? You gotta do it like that, boom, boom,
Unit
boom.
ready.
And that's a good way.
Construction
If you don't know anything else about this game, if you see them hotkeying real
Unit
quick
ready.
and you're watching a video of him, probably means that they're good. Not always though. Some people
Construction
spam
complete.
click real fast.
Building.
Doesn't necessarily
New
mean they're
construction options.
better. Because when I play StarCraft 2, my APM's lower than some players, but I'm actually better than some players that are faster than me. So it's a good indication that the player might be good if they're doing the hotkeys perfectly. I mean, if they're doing the hotkeys well, it's a good indication that they're a good player.
Construction complete.
If they're doing the hotkeys perfectly, then you kind of know.
Construction options.
I mean, I don't know who does the hotkeys perfectly. But you always gotta.
New rally point.
Yuri's
established.
Revenge. You don't like when I'm playing StarCraft 2. I realize if I stop making probes for a minute, that's when I usually do a little bit worse. Like
We are
I'm fighting dude. I'm like, oh shit, I stop making probes.
Construction
It's
complete.
not as hard. Yuri's Revenge is a little bit easier. You just gotta make sure you keep making miners. Like if you're new to Yuri's
New
Revenge,
rally point
just keep
established.
making miners, refinery. Just keep making refinery. That's a good strategy that works actually. But and you don't worry about small maps because small maps you only need
Unit ready.
4 or 5 miners.
Unit lost.
ready. Waiting orders. Changing position.
Building.
Waiting orders.
From one miner from War Factory,
Confirmed. Ready, location
you know, see he gets a chance to build up his planes.
Location
He's got an air force. If I
confirmed. Orders.
attack it, he's gonna put up a pillbox. Watch.
Unit ready.
I could actually sometimes you could actually snipe off the plane. I want to say snipe it off, but you could kind of like do a drive-by on the airplane, and you're like, oh shit, you just shot the plane.
Low power. Unit ready. Structure sold. Building.
See, my hotkeying is not perfect, but it's pretty good though. Like if it was perfect, I would have instantly had that thing sold like
Unit
within
ready.
a fraction of a second, rather than a second or two.
Waiting orders.
Training.
So I mean that's the thing to keep in mind in this map.
Vehicle report.
That's like the big decision. Do you want to go rush? I think actually going rush with Soviets,
Unit
especially
ready.
versus allies, is a good idea.
Unit ready.
And if you're Soviet versus Soviet,
Construction complete.
always be afraid of
Reporting.
a drone, terror
Unit
drone.
lost.
Oh, see, he caught me with the pillbox. See what I mean?
Comrade. Changing
See,
Building.
actually, all that shit,
Unit
me talking
lost.
about that, and actually happened to
Unit
me.
ready.
at once, comrade.
Low power.
Cannot lose that.
Construction complete.
See, the miners act like don't freaking
Base is under attack.
act right.
All miner under attack.
Building
Son of a
Soviet
bitch.
Waiting orders. Relocating operation.
Slowed me down. But he's
Building.
on the 1 gem patch. He's not even on 2 gem patches. So,
Structure
like, okay, I'm not doing too bad, and I got a lot of tanks.
Changing position.
Construction
Ooh, I
complete.
shouldn't be pressuring. He's got a lot of stuff.
Training.
Location confirmed.
Unit ready.
Yeah.
Ready, comrade.
Yeah,
Building.
that's the thing, you know. If you give the allies time,
Unit ready.
even if they don't have a battle lab up, sometimes.
War miner
Not a
here.
good idea.
Equal share for
But if you're playing against a new player,
Vehicle reporting.
you won't even notice a difference, honestly. You probably better off.
Ready, comrade.
If you're going versus a noob,
Position.
Unit
you're better off
ready.
going 1 miner from the War Factory. And also, sometimes, don't forget, a noob player could actually beat you. If he's way less skilled than you,
Construction complete.
Waiting orders.
he's probably not going to rush you and probably not going to defend well. But, you know, you can make some mistake on a tank rush and lose versus a noob. So you know, if you're playing against a new player,
Unit ready.
sometimes you want to play a little bit different than if you were playing against a good player. Same thing in like poker. If you're playing poker, you don't really use the same strategy versus
Under attack.
good and versus
All
bad
miners
players.
under attack.
like you want to kind of like play like more straightforward, not be too intricate versus a new player. See, now I ran into the miners like an idiot. I'm like, I'm having
Building.
an artistic breakdown right there.
Building.
so that was really bad.
Construction.
And that's something not to do.
Unit ready.
That's probably like 3 in the morning. I'm like, oh shit, did I just lose the game by being a jackass
Unit
and running
lost.
into his miners?
Our base.
But you know, that happens every once in a while.
Structure sold.
Happens every
Our
once in a
base
while.
is under attack. Repairing. Building. Unit lost.
See, I got baited to the pillbox,
Construction complete.
and then I was just like, I tried to keep the aggression up, and then I got caught running into the miners.
Building.
And see, this is this funny thing though.
Construction complete.
Like you think like the football has to suck if you do something like that, but sometimes players actually,
Moving out.
sometimes the good players make the same mistakes the new players make, or vice versa,
You have a plan. Ready, comrade.
which is the same exact thing.
Location confirmed.
Unit
Well,
promoted.
that's a poor dodge right there.
Building Soviet
Give me a
Union.
word for that.
Yeah, comrade
Let's
general.
keep the
I should get a Nobel Peace Prize for
clear the air.
saving that guy in the Rhino tank for Russia.
Let's clear the
Comrade,
air.
that.
For the Union.
Building.
Now
New construction options.
it's playing catch up.
Building. Construction.
He doesn't want to
complete.
finish me off, but I know I'm way behind. Oh, he's got to heal his tanks. All his tanks are damaged from when I ran into his miners.
Structure
Do
garrison.
you have a plan?
Unit ready.
War miner here.
Look at that,
Building Soviet economy for
One flag
Soviet
truck, it
people.
could go elite,
Take them
maybe.
out, clear the air.
Construction complete. Ore miner under attack.
Building Soviet economy.
He's got me way out of tanks.
Operation position. Right.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Our
So that's the
base
thing. Do
under
not go
attack.
one miner from War Factory.
Unit ready.
Are you gonna take the risk of getting desperate under attack and then making a dumb mistake, and then into a pillbox run into the miners, or letting him build up his air force, air defense, you know, ground defense?
War miner here.
I would go straight tank rush on this map actually.
Building.
Unless you have a really sophisticated plan,
Unit
spend
lost.
extra money. Don't.
Construction
I would
complete.
just pressure the
Our base is
allies.
under attack.
It's a good game,
Repairing. Unit promoted.
and I'm going to die. I lost this game.
Our base is under attack.
Just don't kill the MTV. Let him live.
New construction options.
If I was
Unit lost.
if I was like the Russian president right now, I would probably try to poison
New
them
construction options.
for freaking trying to take out my army.
Unit
'Cause that's
lost.
what